You know who it be, it's your boy Darius D, back with another video for your head top. So today it's going to be a very special video because I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite gifts or gift ideas for Father's Day. Now, let's just jump right into it and start out with number 1, the wallet. Now, the wallet is crucial for Father's Day because you know all dads have a wallet or would like to have a wallet to keep their credit cards, their debit cards, their money, photos of you, all these sort of things. So I would say the number 1 idea for me would be a wallet because it's very practical and they're going to use it often. Pretty much, like I said, every day is an everyday use. So I would say definitely get the wallet. It doesn't matter what brand. If you're on the wealthy side, if you have stacked bread, then I would say you can get the Gucci's, you can get the Louis Vuittons. But even if it's as a basic as a Walmart wallet, as long as it gets the job done, as long as it holds cards, and if you don't even want a wallet, you can get a card holder, which is just for credit cards and whatnot. I say those are two in the same. It's just the wallet has more compartments and it can hold more things. But a wallet definitely, I would say, is a practical use, and it's a good gift that's not too expensive. You can be as expensive as you want it to be or as cheap as you want it to be. But yeah, definitely you guys get wallets. Number 2 on the list would be cologne. Now, when it comes to cologne, it's hard because you don't know what scent that your dad's going to like. So what I would suggest is that there's a subscription service. I know it's mostly in the States, it's not in Canada yet. It's called Scentbird, where you can get them a subscription service, and every month they'll send over a couple of different fragrances from different brands. It varies from high-end brands to mediocre low-end brands. So I would say that one would be good because then you can test it. If you don't like it, you can send it back and they'll send you another one, and then you can always get new cologne every month and you'll be able to use it all. Sometimes when it comes to cologne, you can buy one, and for example, it will be, I don't know, it's like 60 ounces or milliliters if you're from Canada or whatever. It'll be a certain amount, and then they might not use it all the time, or it'll be overwhelming. It may not even be their favorite scent. So I would say cologne, it can be tricky, but there's so many ways of you being able to purchase that gift for them where it's useful. I say if you notice that they like a particular scent and you want a different brand, then check them out or take them to the store. I know you can't really do that now, but hopefully you can. There is a way where you can do so, but you can figure out different scents that they may like, and if they don't like it, then you can always take it back and get another one. But cologne, another practical use, you use it every day. Obviously you guys are not using it that much nowadays, but I think you guys should still be using some type of fragrance now because you know you don't want to be musty out here on these streets or in your crib. So definitely number 2, colognes. Now we're gonna segue into number 3, and with number 3 is the watch. Now I said it on a couple of videos ago and I'm gonna say it again today. The bust down, or in Toronto we call it bezels, are crucial. Now it could be an analog, it could be digital, and it could be wearable tech. And when it comes to these things, I would say definitely a watch is used. Now it can be for fashion, and it can also be used for just practical use. So it's all depending on what your dad likes or your father figure, because it doesn't have to be just for your dad. It could be a father figure in your life, or your grandfather, or your uncle. It doesn't really matter, but what I'm saying is you can just use the watch for multiple things. Obviously the prime point of having a watch is for telling the time, but however, you can also use it for fashion. You can also use it for technology with the wearable tech. So it all depends on the size of your pocket, how deep your pockets are. So like I said before, and I'll say it again, wearable tech is more on the expensive end, but you can also get like a regular watch if you can afford a regular watch. At the end of the day, most likely your father's gonna appreciate the fact that you thought of him instead of thinking about yourself. So the price shouldn't matter per se. I can't speak for all guys out there, but for most of them, I would say it doesn't really matter because they can understand how much you really have. So when it comes to a watch, definitely either wearable tech if your dad's a tech guy, even if he's not, because it can also motivate him to work out and stuff. There's so many apps that come with these wearable techs when it comes to Apple watches or Samsung watches. So I would say or even Fitbits if they're interested in that. So I'd say definitely the watch. Now we'll go into number 4. So number 4, I would say one thing that we must understand when it comes to our dads, we must understand what they like, what are their hobbies, what are they into, because this category that I'm talking about now is basically getting what is in their best interest or what's in what they like to do in their spare time. For example, if your dad is into fishing, why don't you check out Bass Pro Shop and see whether or not there are certain things that your dad doesn't have for his fishing activities. Or if your dad's into hockey, then look into hockey equipment or hockey tickets to a game. Obviously, can't do that really right now at the moment, but even you can go down to working out equipment. If your dad's a gym rat, are there some workout equipment or workout books or nutrition books that your dad would love to have in his repertoire so he can be more efficient in regards to working out? So there's so many different things that you can think about. It could be creative. You can even make it yourself. If your dad's into fashion, why don't you come up with different prints of clothing where he can design for himself or design for you or other people or help him with his brand. If your dad's an entrepreneur or up-and-coming entrepreneur, or there's certain things or tidbits that you can get, certain classes that you can get for him so that he's able to excel his business. So there's different things that you guys can look at. Even if your dad's into golf, there's different golf clubs that he might not have in his collection. Or if your dad's a collector of sneakers, such as myself, or if your dad's into collecting action figures or paintings, there's so many different things. You guys just have to know what your dad or what your father figure is into, what he likes, because some guys like to collect comic books. So maybe you can check a comic book store off or check Amazon to see what edition that he doesn't have of Spider-Man. So my opinion, always check what he is interested first. Now some might have more expensive taste than others, but at the end of the day, what I would say is that you gotta know how much you're willing to spend and what you can spend, and for the most part your dad will appreciate the gift nonetheless. At least I know my dad will, because my dad's cool, he's down to earth. And the last part of the list, clothing. Now you guys know this is mainly a how to style clothing channel, so it can vary from as accessories, it could go all the way up to suits, depending on what your dad's taste is in fashion. If your dad's the more laid back type, then try to get him items or articles of clothing that could fit his style. Now some of your dads might be more elegant in their dressing, so it might take more work, but if all fails, then I would say then you can just get them a gift card to one of the stores that you know that they shop the most. So if you are too leery or worrisome about getting the wrong thing for your dad or your father figure, then a gift card to their favorite clothing store would always work, in my opinion. And I would say that that's definitely one of the things that you should look into when it comes to getting a gift for your father or your father figure. And I actually have a bonus tidbit. Now, the most important thing that you can give to your father or your father figure is your love and appreciation of what they do. Now, some of y'all is just sitting there, oh Darius, that's corny, get that junk out of here. But really and truly, you gotta think about this logically and think about it. The Father Day comes around once a year where we actually acknowledge our fathers. Now, I'm not gonna say that everybody here listening, watching this video has a father. Some of them were not present in your life, and others have died of illnesses or was unjustly murdered. Now, we know that it can be a tough holiday for those who do not have a father. But I would like to plead to you, if you do not have a father, if your father's an absentee father, I would say that the best thing you can do is always look to a father figure that helps you, that encourages you, that is there for you, and give them that appreciation. And I know it's tough for these holidays coming around. You guys feel lonely, but at the end of the day, there's always somebody that's going to care for you. And in my opinion, the ultimate father of all is Christ. And he is the perfect example, and God is the perfect example of what a father should be. Message. So in my opinion, always, with those who have their fathers present in your life, always give them appreciation, always give them love, also show it in your deed, not just in word, and just try to celebrate them this Father's Day. And for those who are without fathers, I'm continuing to pray for you and to wish you the best. Maybe one day, if you're a guy listening to this, that you will be the father that you did not have to your kids. So at the end of the day, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe to it. Hopefully this was of great value to you. And with that said, stay suave. This is your boy Darius D signing off once again. So just chill till the next video, cause your boy DD is out of here.